Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. So today, obviously, as you can see from the title down below, it's another cooking video. So today we're gonna be making bacon cheddar loaded burgers. I believe that's what it's called. Hold on. Okay, yes. We're gonna be making bacon cheddar loaded cheeseburgers. Can't see the glare. Oh, there it is. It is inspired by Tasty. I normally get majority of my recipes from them just because I really like their recipes. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen like their little cooking videos on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever it is. Let's just get right into the video. So if you want to see how I make these bacon cheddar, I kind of put a little touch to it myself, and then I'll also like make sure to link the video down below if you guys want to see that, the original one. Let's just get right in. So for today's dish, this is going to be the ingredients I'm gonna need. We have some cherry tomatoes right here. We have some hamburger buns, a red onion because I like red onions with my burgers. We have some green onions. We have the ground beef. I have some bacon right there, and then we have some cream cheese. The first thing we're gonna do is I have the fire on 4, which is about medium high, just to kind of get the pan hot really quickly. So I'm gonna lower it a little bit before I place the bacon in, and this is just some black peppered bacon, and we're just gonna pop them on like this. I think this is gonna be the bacon that goes inside of the burger, so I think we'll do about 3 pieces, and I think that will be good, because then we're gonna crunch them up, cut them up, and well, we're gonna cut them up, not crunch them up, sorry. We're gonna cut them up, and yeah, so we're gonna let that cook. While I'm cooking this, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up and get the other stuff ready. So now that we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of get everything where they need to be and chopped up. So I'm gonna grab the green onions, and I'm just probably gonna use maybe like these right here. I'm just gonna use 3 of them. So just 3 of them like this. Okay, I just went ahead and gave it a quick rinse. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chop them up into really not super small pieces, but kind of like, I'll show you, like this, kind of like that, just because this will be going inside of the burger patty. So I'm just gonna cut it up. So I think that's like a perfect amount, because it's just gonna be me, Jason, and Kaden eating. So I think that's perfect, and I don't wanna waste any because I would like to use this for something else later on in the week. So that's all chopped up. I love the way green onions smell. It smells super, super good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut up our onion. So I'm gonna grab like just like a small bowl to kind of separate all this stuff. So I have my green onions in here. And then we'll go ahead and cut up our onion. So I'm just gonna need just this much. I'm really the only one that likes onions a lot in my house, so that's fine. And then let's just cut it one more time so it could peel easy. Okay, so now that I have my onion, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them, going down like this. I think this is actually enough because it's just for me, so I'll just save this for something else later. So now I'm just gonna rinse this off real quick. now that we have that all rinsed out, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the ground beef. I'm just gonna cut it open and then I'm gonna sit it in a bowl. So let's just cut it open. So we have the ground beef right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut, I think we can do half. So I've actually made this recipe a lot of times before, and that's kind of why I just kind of know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna use half of that, and I'm gonna use a different knife just because I use that one for meat. Or actually, I don't want to cut it that way because then I want to keep the other half of the cream cheese fresh. So I'm gonna just use this is about 4 ounces, just this half right here. And I'm gonna just put it in a bowl as well because we're gonna do a little, you guys will see actually what we're gonna do next. We're gonna mix all of this up. So there's the cream cheese. Oh, another thing I forgot actually was the cheese. You can't have cheeseburgers without any cheese. So I'm just gonna go ahead and in the same bowl that we have the cream cheese in, I'm just gonna grab a handful of cheese, like literally a handful like this, and I'm just gonna put it in like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and mix the green onions. Now that we have this, the only thing we're waiting for is just the bacon. So the bacon is pretty much done. It's not burnt. Remember, it was black pepper bacon, so that's why it kind of looks like that. So I'm just gonna set it on top of this paper towel just so I can kind of get some of the oil off. So normally I would use like some scissors or something to just kind of cut this up, but we're just gonna do it old school way and we're just gonna chop it up. It's just a little hot, I don't want to touch it. But let's see if I can do it like this. Nice. And this bacon, by the way, is fire. Probably the best bacon I've ever had. Let's see if we can get a few more cuts in, and then honestly, I think that's good. So I'm gonna bring this bowl back here, and then I'm just gonna dump all this bacon in here, and in here we have the cheese, cream cheese, and we have the green onions, and now we're gonna go ahead and dump our bacon bits in there. I'm gonna set my cutting board to the side, and as you see, we have bacon, green onion, cream cheese, and we're gonna mix. I'm gonna use my rice cooker spatula thing because I'm super Filipino and it's just helpful for me. So when you're first doing it, it is gonna be like kind of crazy, so would maybe get like a spoon to kind of try and get it to mix. I want to say this is probably like the hardest part, or probably the part that's gonna take you like the longest. So I'm just mixing it all in there because what we're gonna do is we're gonna create kind of like a filling that we're gonna fill the hamburgers with. Okay, so now that we're done basically mixing that filling up, I'm just gonna go ahead and start loading the cheeseburgers. So you're just gonna kind of take some of the ground beef, kind of like this. Well, that's a lot. And then you kind of just flatten it down, kind of create like your little, but what we're gonna do is you're gonna kind of make like a deep pocket right in the middle right here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and stuff it with our filling that we use. So I would only use like a little bit at a time, because if you use a lot, it will start coming out when you're cooking the burger. So now that it's like this, then I just kind of start closing it. Just kind of start closing it like that, just so it's in the middle. Close it, and then turn it over and kind of just try and get it as good as I can. And I'm just trying to close it just so, like I said, because obviously the cheese and the cream cheese and stuff will all start melting. So you want to just kind of get them to kind of be fully covered. So as you can see, this one, well, it's closed out, opening right there. So as you can see, it's pretty closed. Pretty closed. You don't see the cream cheese inside. So I'm just gonna make a couple of these. Now I've finished stuffing the burgers. So basically I was able to make 6 nice sized burger patties, as you can see right here, with some of our filling left over. So, and for this, really cool, I've actually put this on top of some french fries before. So it's actually really good for french fries. And from what I did read in the recipe, you can store this and use it, I think, as long as you use it kind of like within 3 days or something like that. I'm not sure, you can check that for yourself, but we have some burgers right here. So now I'm gonna move over to the stove so we can start cooking them. Okay, so I have the heat on 4, and then I'm just gonna grab some olive oil just to kind of coat the pan just a little bit, just so the burgers don't burn. And I'm just gonna kind of coat the pan like that. And then I'm just gonna wait a second and then go ahead and place our burgers on the pan. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes. So I think it's okay to go ahead and start placing our burgers in. And then once we place our burgers in, I'm gonna go ahead and season it with some salt, pepper, paprika. And then let's go ahead and get these burgers. Okay, so I placed 3 burger patties on here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and season it with salt. And then also season it with pepper. And then also some paprika. And we're gonna do that to both sides. And then since the patties are really thick, what I like to do is I like to cook it with a lid, just to kind of make sure that the burger patties are being cooked all the way. But I won't place the lid until we flip it over. So I give it about maybe 3 minutes on each side. So it's been about 2 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just check on it and see if it's okay to flip. Okay, and it looks like it's pretty good to flip for right now. I just like to make sure that I can kind of grab onto it. That's what I meant, as in like if it's ready to be flipped, just because the burgers, like I said, will start falling apart if it's not, just because of all that filling that's inside. I don't know if you guys can see, but this one right here, the filling is kind of coming out. You can kind of see it in the camera. So now that I have flipped them, I'm gonna go ahead and just place the lid. And I'm just gonna wait about another 2 to 3 minutes again. I'm just gonna check on them, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and season the other side since we flipped them. So just going back in with the pepper. Then we have salt. And then we have some paprika. Then I'm just gonna cover it again. Okay, some of our filling did kind of start coming out a little bit, but that's okay. It's just popping. Then I'm just gonna leave it uncovered for a little bit. So I went ahead and just cooked the other 3, and it looks right now like it looks like it's all burnt and stuff, but it's not. It's just, I don't know if you can see right here, but it's just the cheese kind of like on the outside of it, but it's actually really good. It's actually not burned at all. It's just the cheese. But now that these look like they're done, I'm gonna go ahead and just place them all in here so I can add a little bit of cheese on the top and then cover it. I'm gonna cut one of these open too so you guys can definitely see that the inside is totally cooked. Now what I like to do is just kind of just cover this just so the cheese can kind of melt a little bit, and then I'll show you guys the cheese when it's done. Okay, so bam! That's how I like my burgers. I like my cheese melted like that, so that's kind of why I put them back inside. But I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and then we're gonna cut one open just so you guys can kind of see that the inside is pretty much cooked, and you guys can just kind of see how the inside looks. Okay, so that's how they look. Like I said, it's not burned. It just has the cheese that was in the filling that was coming out. But I wanted to kind of cut one open just so you guys can kind of see the inside. So let's cut one up. I'm gonna cut this one right here. Let's see. So just so you guys can kind of see in the middle, as you guys can see, that's the bacon. That red right there is bacon. That's not, this is not ground beef. Oh, you guys can't even see that, sorry. This is not ground beef. This is part of the bacon. So as you can see, the inside is super cooked, and we have the filling in there. And there is no red, just like how I like it. So that's how it looks when it comes out, and then let me show you guys how I dress it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of ketchup, just a little bit on both sides, and I'm also gonna add some mustard, and then I'm also gonna add a little bit of mustard on both sides as well. I will go ahead and take one of our burgers, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place it. Oh, sorry, that's not the bottom part, sorry. I'm gonna place it right there, and that's the one that we cut open. Like I was saying earlier, I like onions, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some onions just on the top right there. So I think I'm just gonna put some onions right there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my cherry tomatoes, which is right here, and I'm just gonna cut one up, just one. And then I'm just gonna place it right here. And I know that the burger itself looks really small, but I kid you not, it's very, very fulfilling. Because obviously we have like the filling inside it, the bacon, all the cheese. So don't worry about it like looking super small. And then like I was saying in the beginning of the video, you can totally do this however you want to do it. Like you can make the burgers super big. I mean, you can use the whole ground beef for one burger for all I care. And I'm pretty sure it would still work. But for me, that's how I like it. Oh yeah, one more thing, and okay, and actually, bam, I forgot to put a pickle. And then I just kind of go just like that, and I just kind of squish it a little bit, and voila. That's how it is. So this is basically my way of making bacon cheddar loaded cheeseburgers. And like I said, this recipe was inspired by Tasty. However, I did put my own little twist to it. I basically put some onions, pickles, and some tomatoes on the outer part. And like I said, it may look like it's like super small in there, and maybe it's because the buns that I got were pretty big too, but who cares? You can totally just take some of the bread off and it's still the same thing. So yeah, I'm gonna just dig in. Super good, super cheesy, no red. Let's just do it like a makeup palette. No red, super good. Super cooked. Do you like some? Kaden likes it. Well, this was my cooking vlog for you guys for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload any cooking vlogs, makeup vlogs, whatever vlogs I decide to make for the day. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.